Welcome back, everybody. Hope you guys are doing well. Today we're looking at one of the most pathetic things I've ever seen. So pretty much there's this big streamer called Mizkif, and he's been putting on these kind of like game show type of streams. It's just like a little fun event for all the streamers. It's kind of like Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader type of thing. So pretty much there's a bunch of streamers in a call, and then there's Mizkif is the host, and he asks them all questions. And then, you know, if you win, you move on to the next round, and you know how the game show goes. And then there's prize money, which is Mizkif's, and none of these streamers really need the money. They're all pretty much rich anyways. Like, if you're a popular streamer, like 9 out of 10 times you're rich, okay? Did I say 9 out of 10? More like 10 out of 10. But yeah, for some reason on this wholesome game show, a bunch of streamers felt the need to cheat. And I don't know what's more pathetic, like cheating on one of your like friends' stream and he's just trying to put on a wholesome show, or the fact that the questions they cheated on are so incredibly easy. Like, goddamn, like some of these streamers, dude, they are like different levels of dumb. So yeah, I just thought I'd talk about it because recently I've just been getting recommended clips of these streams and it's so incredibly embarrassing. Essentially, they have to like write their answers in like Paint and then talk about it. It's so freaking obvious the way they cheat. It's like, you know, the mouse doesn't move for like 5 seconds and then you can see their face cam. There's literally face cam and they're still cheating. So you can see their face just move to the side, you know, Google a question and then come back and then they suddenly know the answer and write it down, right? It's like you might be wondering, like, what kind of questions are they cheating on? It's like, it must be some really hard stuff for them to be cheating, but no, this is like the simplest stuff ever. Now listen, I don't know like majority of these streamers, so if it's like your favorite streamer or something, don't get offended. I'm just calling out what I see, okay? So pretty much here's one of the clips of a guy cheating, and this is pretty much after Mizkif got really mad that people cheated and banned them from the show or something, and there's still people cheating. And just look at how pathetic this guy is. Like, the way he hides his cheating is so bad.
Bruce.
Think.
Apparently you have the right answer, but the wrong math. How do you land in that situation?
327 times 10 doesn't equal that?
327
Or
times
is it
10 equals
320 times 4?
What the hell you say to me, Bruce?
Am I wrong or am I right?
You're right. That's the problem. How did you get the answer when you get the wrong math?
I did the shit in my head.
Do it right now in your head.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever had more secondhand embarrassment from a clip, and I've watched some of the cringiest clips on the internet. Okay, first off, let's just go over a couple of things. First off, I am a failure in college, okay? I literally failed from college, so I am very stupid. But 327 times 10, my guy, add a 0. Jesus Christ. For your self-made equation there, the answer was 3270. I don't know how 327 times 10 gives you 1962, I think. No, clearly you don't think, you only copy, because there's no way you got that number without cheating. Now let's just read the question and see how incredibly easy this was. Sam owns a t-shirt printing business. His expenses are $4 per shirt. Sam sells each shirt for $10. He sold 327 shirts last month. How much total profit did Sam make on the shirts last month? This isn't Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? This is like toddler stuff, bro. The profit is 10 minus 4, $6 per shirt. So 327 times 6. That will give you your magical answer that you produced out of thin air. 327 times 10. Nice, dude. This guy tried to cheat but completely messed it up. And the best part is that he keeps going. He doesn't even admit it, dude. Like, if you've been caught red-handed, instead of playing dumb and like further destroying your integrity, at least just say, okay, yeah, I cheated, whatever, moving on. You can move on with life, okay? Instead you go, oh yeah, I did it in my head. My guy, writing it down and you still didn't get it. What do you mean you did it in your head, bro? And then he gets a second chance to prove himself because Mizkif is just, you know, he's just kind of smiling. He knows he cheated, but he doesn't want to directly call him out, right? He gives him a second chance to show his working, and 327 times 4. Like, And he doesn't even attempt to solve that, my guy. Like, the only way that would have worked is if he did 327 times 10 minus 327 times 4, but I don't think your puny brain would have thought of that, dude. And honestly, if you got a second, just tell me in the comments below, could you have solved this question without cheating? Because I'm pretty sure 95% of you could have at least done it, provided you're not a toddler. Like, come on. Now, I think what pissed me off the most about this whole thing was not even this person, right? They cheated, they got caught, and they doubled down, whatever, that's horrible. But I think the people that pissed me off the most is the ones who cheated, and then, like, they doubled down so much that they actually went to a different length of insulting another streamer for not getting the answers right. I'm sorry, the second you cheat on a friendly streamer saying this isn't like gonna affect their lives or anything. If you're gonna cheat on like a final exam that completely defines the course of your life, and you know, if you don't get marks on this exam, you're gonna spend your life in poverty. Maybe I can understand why you cheated. There's like a reasoning behind it. But these guys, they're all rich. They don't need the prize money. They're like, some of them might even be richer than Mizkif. Like, I don't know. Amaranth is like literally the biggest hot tub streamer on the platform of Twitch. She started the hot tub meta. Like, she's incredibly rich. And pretty much Amaranth and KCTron were both caught cheating, and then later like bashing people on Twitter for being like, oh yeah, at least I didn't cheat. But then again later they admitted that they cheated. It's just so bad, man. So yeah, pretty much this next clip, they're bashing on a streamer called Josh for losing to them.
You
Josh,
lost to a stoner and a hot tub streamer.
You look
It
so
is
dumb
what it
now.
is.
I've
already
never
won.
lived
It
this
is.
down.
It is what it is.
I know. I'm ready to pack it up now. I'm like, we win.
All right. Well, have fun.
Josh, I'm
We
sorry,
will.
buddy. I'm
We
sorry,
all
buddy.
Why is it
It's
cute?
fine, man.
Honestly, I think the look on Josh's face just says everything. I think he knows that they cheated as well, so he's just kind of like, okay, I'm just not gonna fight back. And Mizkif also is like, yeah, it's okay, buddy. Yeah, you probably know they cheated as well. Can you imagine being so high and mighty that you feel the need to put down other people while you're cheating? Like, this is meant to be a funny thing. The whole appeal of the show is the fact that, you know, full-grown adults get basic maths wrong or something like that, and it's like, you're pretty dumb, and it's not meant to be taken literally, okay? Like, what about these other players like Peter Park and whatever, failed grade 4? Is he out here cheating? It's literally meant to be a fun event. Like, these streamers are like full-grown adults, but they're still like the kid that comes to play Monopoly, and then he just steals money from the bank all the time, and then he gets really mad if you don't trade with him or something. It's like, bro, it's meant to be a fun game, dude. Calm your goddamn tits. Okay, maybe some of you looked at the last question and were like, oh, actually, that was kind of hard. I didn't really get it. Okay, let's move on to an even extremely harder question. This was actually the one question you needed to answer to get into Harvard. Like, if you got this, you're in, you know? 36 is what percent of 80? This is 6th grade math. Like, bro, what is with the American education system? I swear to God. This is some 1st grade stuff. Goddamn, man. Come on. 36 is what percent of 80, and people needed to cheat for this. And the way you know they cheated is just watch this clip from Destiny, right? They literally write the equation wrong. It's so funny.
36 is what percent of 80?
36 is what percent of 80, okay? So they're allowed to write it down to work it out, okay?
It's just Brooke not answering for you.
And then here's the
Time
work
is
they
up,
show at the
Brooke.
end.
45%. Brooke, were you able to put...
So Amaranth writes down, at least she gets the equation right, to her credit. Casey just writes down the wrong equation. I don't know why.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, forgive me if you don't believe me, but I don't actually have a PhD in mathematics, but I can still tell you 80 by 36 isn't 0.45. So the answer was a simple 36 by 80, but they couldn't even get that right, so they need to show the working to prevent cheating, and that's exactly what it did here. I mean, it didn't prevent it, but it helped a lot of people catch you. This is just so pathetic and embarrassing, man. This isn't even like a fun kind of cheating. You're like messing with people or something like that, like, I don't know, some XQC type of stuff in Fall Guys or whatever. This is just straight up like, hey, and then these were the same people clowning on Josh for being dumb, you know?
What? Also, maybe different people learn different math techniques. What is like the K36 thing? Is this like a way? Is this like some secret way to do division? That's a pie chart? Is that like a secret technique? Wait, how is it a pie chart? Are you guys...
You don't understand, it's the mathematics jutsu. You draw a pie chart and you automatically have the answer, you know? By the way, for that particular equation, there is absolutely no way that drawing a pie chart helped you in the slightest. That you don't need a goddamn... Like, why are they drawing a pie chart? Next thing you know, they'll bring actual pie and bring it like, oh, it was part of my calculations. I'm so not surprised that the #1 hot tub streamer ain't a math genius, but come on, you don't have to cheat. Just admit it. You don't know the answer.
Anyway, it's so funny watching these two go through and just like cheat on so many questions.
We aren't.
They do a thing later where, because Miskiff realizes you guys are getting answers from Discord. I'm not gonna be able to find it out. I think Kayshawn turns around like 3 times. She's like, oh, okay. And she like pretends
It's ninth grade. What are the 4 nitrogenous bases found in DNA?
Okay, listen, so this might be a slightly harder question that you might not remember. It's pretty much just comes down to memorizing the names, and if you learned this in biology class, me personally, I learned it in school, so I know it, but if you weren't taught this, you wouldn't know it. So maybe it makes sense that you wouldn't know this one, but either ways, it doesn't really give you a pass to cheat. And by the way, this is all coming from the guy who was blaming the teachers that kids were cheating in Zoom meetings because they didn't make the system good. Because honestly, this is a completely different scenario. We aren't in the terrible education system here with terrible teachers and stuff like that. We're just having like a friendly thing over here, but they still feel the need to do it, man.
You're both gonna say it at the same time.
I like how she...
Actually, you know what? No, not now. 10 seconds.
It's like... It's like so blatant. How much it must suck to put so much work to put on a show like this, and you get people that like just cheat like so hard.
She knows this. She does her little moon whatevers, and I'm sure she like has.
How can I do this? Stay there.
Listen, I'm not too much into the whole Twitch and streaming thing. I'm more into like YouTube and stuff, so I don't really pay attention to a lot of the stuff that goes down on Twitch. But apparently there's a subreddit called like r/livestream fails, and they pretty much capture everything you need to know. Here's a post saying Caseytron copyright striking streamable clip of her saying she didn't cheat on Miskiff's show because it shows her to be a hypocrite. Like, come on. And if you think that was the end of it, you're completely wrong. She even pulls out the sexist card, dude. Are you kidding me?
You guys are just mad because a man didn't win and you're sexist.
Yeah, no shit. We're gonna come down harder on her.
Now, another popular streamer, Asmongold, came out and said that we should just ban all these people who cheated because clearly they don't value the integrity of the game at all. It's kind of like if you get caught cheating in school, you know, you should be banned because pretty much you're not respecting the system, whatever. If you get away with it, sure, okay, but you get caught, you have to pay the price, you know?
Simple. We never invite people who cheated on the show back ever again.
True.
And we never do content with them again.
But nobody will do it.
That's what I'm gonna vote.
Well, Asmon might.
At all, period.
Hey buddy, I
Absolutely,
sent you a
completely
song.
blacklisted.
Can I get your thoughts on it?
How do we stop the
It's in your
cheating?
Discord.
Alright, listen, in my opinion, being completely like a neutral bystander to this, like I don't watch any of these streamers or whatever, I feel like, yeah, they should pretty much be banned from the show because like it's no longer fun anymore, is it? I think I would compare this to like cheating in Among Us and just kind of looking at who the imposter is. Like, what the hell is the point of the game then, right? Where the whole point of the game is that so a bunch of friends come along, or streamer friends, and they have a good time, right? And it's the suspense and not knowing which makes the game. But if you just skip ahead to the end and find some BS way to be right all the time, it's just annoying. It's kind of like in Among Us when somebody knows they're the imposter but has absolutely no logical way to prove it. They're just like, oh, I know it's you. I'm just voting you. It's like, yeah, you cheated, you know? Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty much the story. Hope you guys did enjoy. Smash that like button if you did. Subscribe if you're new. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you thought about this in the comments below. I still feel like it's pretty pathetic. And yeah, that's about it. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Alright fellas, welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are doing well. Today we're going to be looking at a case of stage 5 delusion. As you guys know, there's a bunch of delusional people on the internet who live in this sort of internet fairyland where essentially only their thoughts make sense and everybody who has a rational, logical thinking mind, yeah, they just don't exist. Everything I think is absolutely correct and everybody who disagrees is a bigot. Today Today we're going to be looking at a woman who wants to start an OnlyFans, and honestly, power to ya, right? But the catch is, this woman is in a relationship of 8 years, right? She's with a man for 8 years, and now she wants to start an OnlyFans, and the man doesn't agree with it, okay? He's like, okay, if you start an OnlyFans, I'm gonna leave you. Now, most people would say that's a pretty reasonable thing to say because you've been in a relationship for 8 years, and you really had no need to do this before. I don't know, relationship is a two-way street. If he feels that he's not comfortable with you posting your pictures on the internet, then he's not comfortable with it. And honestly, you still have all the power. You can start an OnlyFans, leave him, you're fine, right? Like, he's not out here stopping you from making an OnlyFans. If he, like, physically stopped you from making an OnlyFans or said you would be a horrible person if you made an OnlyFans, then he's in the wrong. But he's just saying, I won't date someone who has an OnlyFans, right? So you would think that makes sense, and this woman would be like, oh yeah, that seems logical. Now, unfortunately, this woman isn't that reasonable. She says, my partner of 8 years says he won't date me anymore if I decide to make an OnlyFans, and I think that's kind of messed up. What do you guys think? Now, honestly, it's fine to have your opinion. If you think it's messed up, it's fine, but, you know, ultimately, it's his choice if he wants to stay in the relationship. But she continues, okay, this isn't it. If this was it, it would be fine, because you're allowed to have your opinion. If you think it's messed up, every guy should be fine with an OnlyFans. Okay, most people, most guys probably won't agree with that, but whatever. You're allowed to your own opinion. The absolute accepting individual goes on to say, monogamy is not the only way, nor is it the natural way, and I'm just gonna leave that right here and walk away. Okay, I'm no scientist here, okay? I'm not gonna fact check any of this. I don't know if animals out in the wild are monogamous or how society has existed all these years. Like, I'm pretty sure most of society has been, like, in monogamous relationships for the foreseeable history, and I'm not talking about some king with, like, a harem full of, like, 8 wives or whatever. Yeah, those exist as well, but they're not common, at least for the average male and female. Now, I completely agree, monogamy is not the only way. You know, if two consenting adults want to be polyamorous, want to have OnlyFans, want to do whatever the heck you want, you go for it, as long as both partners are consenting, okay? I think that's a very important factor here that you're not considering, but okay. And she says, nor is it the natural way. So is the natural way having an OnlyFans, like animals out in the wild taking selfies, posting it on the internet for other animals to see? Is that the natural way, lady? Also, I'm just kind of confused because all you said is that you're starting an OnlyFans. So does that make you in a polyamorous relationship? I know there's a whole meme, like she belongs to the streets or whatever, but there's some guys who are okay with their girlfriend having an OnlyFans and are still in a monogamous relationship, right? They're like, okay, so the guys can jack off to you, but they're not fricking you, right? So when you say monogamy is not the only way, are you saying you want to frick other guys? Because, now there seems to be a problem. If you are in a monogamous relationship for 8 years and you suddenly bust it out on your partner that, hey, I want to be polyamorous, essentially saying, hey, I want to cheat on you without any consequences, then obviously he's going to have a problem. So you start to see the underlying problem here, and pretty much nobody on Twitter.com noticed this. Even the people against her, nobody noticed that she actually wants a polyamorous relationship according to her tweets, right? Because monogamy is not the only way. Like, bro, starting an OnlyFans doesn't...
Getting tricky on a Friday night yet.
Three, two, one, go!
doesn't make you not monogamous. So she clearly wants to cheat. And that's pretty much one of the main problems guys have with girls starting OnlyFans. Like, okay, maybe lots of other guys are watching you. I don't really like that. I'm not comfortable with that. What if you get with someone? I don't know. And you know, that's kind of happening here. Well, honestly, the get with someone thing is pretty low on the barometer of things that could happen, considering these are very lonely simps paying for OnlyFans. But yeah, seems to be working here. Anyways, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. I should let her finish. Wait, I said that wrong. Okay. I should let her finish her statement. Okay. Y'all who don't want to share, to me, that's not romantic. So you don't want to keep your loved ones to yourself? To me, that's not romantic. It's repulsive. It's suffocating. It's grossly patriarchal. Fellas, forgive me. I'm just doing a little. You know a woman is right when she brings up the patriarchy. That's like a 100% guarantee that she's always in the right. Wait, what did you say? 2 + 2 is 5? Oh, but with the patriarchy? I guess you're right now. So let me just get this straight. Your partner not being okay with you posting your pictures on the internet for other men, thousands and thousands of men, to jack off to, or women, I don't know who's jacking off to your pictures, but they're definitely jacking off to your pictures. So apparently the husband's opinion is repulsive, but the fact that 7,000 guys can jack off to you and you're completely okay with that's not repulsive. Okay, I mean, to each his own, but listen, I'm just doing the math here and something ain't adding up. Also, I'm very aware that you're suffocating in this relationship considering you want to go so bad to polyamory. Why don't you just tell him, hey, I don't want to be in a relationship with
Three, two, one, go! 3, 2, 1, go! Up, down, right, down, left, right, left, down, right. That's how you do it. Up, down, right, down, left, right, down, right, right. Up, down, left, right, and dodge. Up, and dodge. Right, and dodge. That's how you do it. 3, 2. Three, two, one, go! Three, two, one, go! 3, 2, 1, go! Three, two, one, go!
With you, but apparently you want it all. You want to stay with this guy. You want an OnlyFans. You want to frick other people as well. You just want it all. You're a selfish little bleh. I'll tell you who's getting suffocated. Your husband is. An 8-year relationship about to go down the drain right now, dude. Just cause some girl on the internet made like $1 million from OnlyFans and now you're like, oh, I can make $1 million. No, you can't. Like, I'm just saying, unless you're famous, you've got a pre-established social media presence, and you're already making $1 million, you're probably not making $1 million. Chances are what's gonna happen is you're gonna upload your pictures and you're gonna get a couple $100. I'm just being realistic here. It's grossly patriarchal, it's unimaginative, and it's unrealistic. Realism here as well, wow. I'm not against others being monogamous, but I am against others assuming it's the only and right way, because it's not. So, from what your husband said, I mean, these are the only 3 tweets you've made. And your husband never had a problem with other types of relationships. He just said, I prefer not being in this type of relationship. So, lady, I just have one question. Is this, or do we bump it up to stage 6 delusion at this point? Because, goddamn, you are a massive hypocrite. Now, listen, I always gotta do these disclaimers because someone in the comments is gonna be like, incel, questioning only incel. Like, bro, how about you use your brain for like 1 millisecond and see the nuance in these situations, okay? It's not only incel or simp, okay? You can be in between, okay? Believe it or not, you can be a normal human being and look at these situations and go, there is a bit of delusion going on here. Despite her complaining on Twitter, she has the complete autonomy to do whatever she wants with her body and be in a relationship with 50 people at one time. Nobody's stopping you. You just don't get to be with that guy, because believe it or not, he has his autonomy as well. Listen, if you want to start an OnlyFans, go start an OnlyFans, leave the guy, make your $1 million and get 50 partners. You're good, dude. Live life. But you will have to ditch your 8-year relationship. That's just how it is. I mean, maybe you should have discussed this at the start of the relationship. I don't know. Maybe, like, okay, what are your boundaries, guy? Or probably 8 years ago, OnlyFans wasn't around, was it? Was it around? I don't know. Somebody comment below. I don't really know when it started. It just kind of blew up on the internet whenever all these influencers started getting into it. Now listen, on the topic of OnlyFans, I think there's a couple of things that might have, brought about this sudden OnlyFans tornado on the internet, right? Everybody and their mother wants to start an OnlyFans, and everybody and literally their mother wants to start an OnlyFans. And honestly, if I was a female, I would think about it. I wouldn't do it, okay? I'm just saying, I would think about it. I'd be like, like, can I make this amount of money? And you're like, but I still wouldn't do it again. Just saying. Now, people like Corinna have influenced this a lot because this chick made like $2 million in like a day. And she's already got like 5 million followers on Instagram and Twitter. Obviously, she's already making millions, right? She's just making more millions now with OnlyFans. So she just said, I don't care what anyone says. I made $165,000 on just one picture of my balloons. That's it. All you gotta do is take a picture of your balloons and you get 165 grand. Now, thousands of women are looking at this and going, okay, time for me to take picture, 165K. This is the same phenomena that always happens. You see these people like, oh, Tommy Innit is playing Minecraft and getting $500 million. He's only 16 years old. I'm a 16-year-old kid who loves Minecraft. Let me try it out as well. It's not gonna work, pal. It's like, how many Tommy Innits do you see? 2, 5, 10 max, okay? There's no more, because everybody else failed. Literally millions of people failed, but you don't see them, okay? You don't see the irrelevant people. You don't see the people who worked for years and years and never got relevant, and they just gave up, because their channels are dead, and they don't have any viewers. You never even stumbled across them, dude. That's how irrelevant they are. I'm gonna be irrelevant. This is sad. Now it's just getting depressing. But yeah, I completely skipped over this. How pathetic do you have to be to give a chick 165 grand for a picture of her balloons, man? Now, honestly, a lot of people are jealous of Corinna, as they should be. She's making bank with very, very, very minimal effort. But honestly, I don't know if she's actually doing it, but she seems to be helping some people out, at least a little bit. She tweeted out, anyone struggling right now, drop your Cash App, and please don't be weird. Let people who really need it get it. I'm talking single moms, dads, people trying to put food on the table, pay bills to get by, etc. Essentially, she's just handing out some free money because she was like, damn, I made a lot of money. Honestly, probably a very minor gesture, but still appreciated, bro. Some people just, they take their money and run anyways, right? So it's good that she's helping people out, you know? Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that was the story of Stage 5 Delusion. Hope you guys did enjoy. Smash the like button if you did. Subscribe if you're new. Thank you so much for watching. Go start your OnlyFans. Smash like, subscribe. I don't know if I said that. Whatever, my brain stupid. Bye. This girl in my band class drew gay Dream fan art. Someone I knew literally said that when Dream said he cheated, he was just joking. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are doing well. So recently there's been a question in my mind, okay, that I've just been unable to answer. Do Twitter people actually exist, right? You know, the platform of Twitter has the most psychopathic and insanely obsessed people I've ever seen. But do these people actually exist in real life? Like, that's the question that I've been asking myself. Is it just their, like, internet personality, or are they this psycho IRL as well? Now, I could go about this two ways. I could go outside and talk to some people and hope that they're on Twitter.com and ask them, hey, are you a psychopath? But I kind of realized that that probably wouldn't work that well, considering I would come off very rude. So instead, I asked my followers on Twitter.com. I was like, have you guys met a Minecraft Twitter stan in real life? How would they be like? Now, the reason I said Minecraft Twitter stan in particular is because in recent news, they have been the most psychopathic, whether it be doxing creators, shipping underage creators, or just forming these absolute hate rallies against anyone that they don't like. You know, they'll tell their favorite content creator to, like, unfollow someone or something because they don't like them, even though a follow doesn't mean anything. Pardon the knocking in the background, by the way. Some dude is doing some construction. I don't know. But yeah, essentially these stans, which I assume are like, I don't know, 15-year-old girls or something, and they're like, they act as like this puppeteer to their favorite, I don't know, Barbie doll guy, whether it be Dream, Sapnap, I don't know, Quackity, Ranboo, whoever it is. It's like this little doll to control, you know? So yeah, pretty much I I've used my power for the greater good here and asked you guys. So let's just see what you guys said. My ex-best friend was a dream stan and she was obnoxious, but I guess she was still a good person. She one time got offended when I said I didn't like Minecraft anymore. Oh, dude, I know that. I said I didn't like Minecraft to 100,000 people on the internet and I got toasted, man. And by toasted, I got a bunch of mean comments from 5-year-olds. Not a Minecraft stan, but a K-pop stan. She told me to commit Kermit just because I didn't like K-pop. That's honestly kind of believable. Pegasus, I've been playing Minecraft for 8 years, and I swear to God, these stands are the worst thing to ever happen. Honestly, I wouldn't know. I just recently, barely touched into Minecraft at all. But yeah, stands are generally just the worst thing that could happen to any content creator. I mean, honestly, if you want to sacrifice your integrity for it, I mean, go ahead, because you're definitely gonna be rich. You're gonna have a semi-loyal fan base. I mean, not loyal. They're like a cult, and they'll probably turn on you for some stupid stuff you probably did, and then I don't know, once they find out, it's probably something normal you did, and they're like, wow, I can't support someone who's done this, and they'll just unsub or something. Listen, I've always said if I had the option to get 5 million subs right now, but it was the same fan base as Dreams, I would reject it instantly. It would make me a millionaire and lots of success, but I just wouldn't be happy. I want my audience to actually be sane and functioning human beings that maybe I can help and maybe who can help me. Okay, I live in Florida, man. The amount of people I've seen with the Dream hoodie is crazy. I've seen some people roleplay, but the one who wear the Dream hoodie are chill for most part. The roleplay ones are something, lol. This guy actually looks like he's done with life. He's like the SpongeBob fish, just completely nonchalant to the world. But yeah, I gotta say, if you're doing a roleplay IRL in your Dream hoodie, I mean, kind of weird, but whatever. If you enjoy it, sure, just don't weird people out. Yes, awful amount. I love Minecraft as much as the next guy, but Jesus, I wonder what he's doing right now. Yes, there was a group of them in my class. They had a crush on Wilbur. I swear to God, half of these people just have a crush on their content creators. Bruh, get a life. And they would make fun of me for liking anime. They would only ever talk about the Dream SMP and occasionally Harry Potter. They were also Harry Potter stands are also cringe, by the way. Harry Potter is a good thing and all of that, but the stands that come from that, so bad. They were also rude and would make up lies about kids they didn't like and told the teacher those lies. For example, they made up a lie that my friend was being racist when she wasn't to get her into trouble. They're the most annoying people I've ever met. Jesus Christ. I've met one before, sweet, supportive, and understanding. Huge fan of Tommy in it and Wilbur Soot. Are you describing yourself? I think you're describing yourself. Minecraft stan generally won't speak or discuss Minecraft when they're in a group meeting or something. They're usually quiet, but on their social media, they tend to upload 50 plus stories about how they want to frick Dream. I'm serious, on all platforms, bro. Yeah, you never know. It could just be your next door, it could be your classmate, just a chill person IRL, and then they go home, they open their absolute man cave or something, and they've got 50 Dream posters, all this merch and all of that. They tune into streams and they're one of the 50,000 people typing in there. I swear to God, bro, if you're one of those people that types in 50,000 viewer streams, you enjoy talking to walls, straight up. You'd be friends with them, but they would turn out fake. Is there a correlation? Is this as general people or Minecraft? I don't know. I know one, and she labeled me ableist for being able to see something blind people are not capable. Wait, this can't be true. Can't she see? Is she blind? What? Oh yeah, so basically they kept arguing with me for not liking a certain Minecraft YouTuber. Also, they talk about Dream 24/7 and have a Carl profile pic, man. I can't imagine having a real person's face as your profile picture. I don't know, man. It's just kind of weird. Okay, you can have it as a meme, but if you're genuinely obsessed with them, I just don't get it. I've been playing Minecraft since it came out on the PS3, and I switched to the PS4, and now I'm in Java. and I was playing. They came in my room and said I copied the Dream SMP because I have a realm. It's my cousin, by the way. She's 12 and annoying. Oh, dude, the copies are the worst, man. Honestly, you guys have no idea because, like, you know, when I was like a smaller YouTuber, like I would make a topic before like 3 other bigger YouTubers, and they'd be like, "Oh, you're copying this YouTuber." Like I made the topic before like Critical, Muda, and Optimus, and then I would still get called the copy. Like, Jesus Christ, bro. It was so annoying, and it still happens because I just don't have as big as a viewer base, right? Whoever has more viewers is the original, and whoever has lesser viewers is a copycat, you know? All the Minecraft stands are gonna seem nice if you're into Minecraft Twitter and all that. They're gonna seem nice if you're also a Minecraft stan because that's what you're used to, but for most people, they're just really annoying and loud and talkative and need something else in their life. Honestly, you definitely need something else in your life. Like, you can't attach your self-worth and everything you are to these other creators because, one, that just makes you a pathetic NPC because, I mean, clearly you're not the main character in your life. The main character in your life is Carl Jacobs. That is sad, okay? Listen, like, it's perfectly fine to be a fan of someone, but you do realize you have your own life, right? Like, just because you watch my videos, I don't want you to, like, fully focus your life on me. I want you to be successful yourself. Maybe you start a channel and you do well. Maybe you get a good job, have a good family, and, you know, have a good life. I don't want you to literally live your entire life through me, and, like, you know, you can sure you can enjoy some good times, but then that's pretty much should be the extent of it, you know? If you're spending 10 hours a day in everybody's stream, I mean, come on, man. You need to do something with it. I volunteer at a farm, and there's these 2 people who are Twitter Dream stands, and they aren't really that annoying, but sometimes they say a comment about canceling somebody. Gonna be honest here, never met them in real life, but if they did, they wouldn't be anything like on Twitter because they're too scared to say that crap in real life, just my opinion. Oh yeah, they can't just call you racist IRL because they're gonna get slapped, right? I was in the store, and some 12-year-old came up to me and asked if I like Dream. I said no, and he screamed at me. I walked away, and he kept following me until I hid in the toilets. All true, not lying at all. I had a 2-day argument with them, and they ended up blocking me. Jesus Christ. I didn't meet a Minecraft Twitter stan, but they're not gonna talk to me first for sure. Honestly, most of them are pretty chill. I met someone on Minecraft, YouTube, TikTok, IRL, if that counts. 10 out of 10 person, helped me come to terms with my sexuality and be confident about it. First person IRL that shared my interest. That's nice. In my class, they read fanfics and look at the weird fan art in class. It's super awkward. Nah, they never seen grass before, lol. Yeah, this girl in my class usually would wear Dream hoodies and whatnot to school, and a few times I would be walking down the hall, and one day I heard her singing a song by Dream, and I just, Jesus Christ, and I just bursted out into laughter, then disappointment. There are 2 girls that were in my study hall class that were annoying as fuck. Dude, literally every single one of these responses are talking about girl fans. Like, do they not have any male fans, dude? Jesus Christ. Yeah, they're like, oh, you know, Dream, I love it. You don't watch them? You're like negative IQ, mate. I met a girl with an oversized Dream hoodie. Bro, these Dream hoodies are selling like hotcakes, man. She was fairly nice, and we sat in class watching this anime called Angels of Death about a week or 2 after she switched to online school. She made me listen to the Dream speedrun music. Okay, that's a pretty good song, okay? I met one. It was a 10-year-old that kept talking about how great Dream was and only flaked about Minecraft. When we played Minecraft together, he always tried to speedrun the game while I would play casually. By the way, talking about my young cousin. Yeah, my sister stands Tommy, Dream, Bad, and... How many people can you stand before you lose all your brain cells, bro? She swears they can do no wrong and defends everything they do. She also gets mad at people who don't like them and will try to convince them to start watching them. Try to discuss this bad side, but she starts screaming. Jesus Christ. That seems like a person who's really far gone. Everyone acts different outside of Twitter. Why have you... What the heck is this? Not Minecraft, but Roblox, and they're equally cringe. There's Roblox stands? Exactly, what? This girl in my band class drew gay Dream fan art. Only thing they ever talked about. We even had a presentation, and they had so much shit related to it that it made me want to die. One even had a crush on Carl. Dude, I swear part of stan culture is just treating them like gods and just having straight up crushes on them. I don't think that's healthy. I mean, you ain't ever gonna get with Carl, okay? I'm just saying. Unironically, the end of the presentation had similar photos to the one in this meme. Oh no, 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 no. Someone I knew literally said that when Dream said he cheated, he was just joking. That is some stage 55 delusion, dude. They were actually really sweet and respected my opinions, but not every Minecraft stan IRL is this nice individual. I know that for a fact. They're chill, but the ones that roleplay are strange ones. They're all females, and they cosplay as either MHA or Dream SMP at school. They also have Dream SMP Edit as their school email profile picture. Bruh. Technically in our school, we have almost everyone like that. Oh yeah, I didn't realize how massive these guys are, and all the audience is from America, so probably your school friends are all fans of Dream, right? All they talk about is some random K-pop star or how Ranboo is. The world is better off without any stans. Minecraft, YouTube, K-pop, and every other YouTuber. I'm trying to think if I've encountered any stans. Like Minecraft, not at all. K-pop, no as well, but Harry Styles, 100%. Like, they would sit at the back of the class and sing, like, One Direction songs, and I was just like, oh my god, you're horrible. But whatever, I mean, you're allowed to like what you like. Just don't scream it at the top of your lungs. Like, I don't know, bro. Go in the corner and sing it or something. I mean, if you're a good singer, sure, but like, come on. The duality of man. IRL, they're super nice. I know one from school. She's a bitch. They keep saying any askers when they get the chat. Oh, those are the most annoying people. Even a bunch of guys do this, bro. This is so stupid. Like, look at the replies to KSI's tweet, bro. Ratio, didn't ask. Like, shut up. I only have one friend who accepted the cheating situation. The thing is, I have 10 friends, so 9 of them scream, force you to watch Dream, and kill you. Yeah, my classmate is a George Not Found apologist. What did he do? And she can't stop talking about him. Goggy is bro, I can't believe Goggy is a thing. That's the most, that makes me want to barf. Like, ugh. I really don't like this one in my drama class. She never shuts up about Tubbo and Ranboo being husbands or something. She's so rude when people say that anyone that doesn't agree with her, she's freaking fit if you say Dream cheated. I can't imagine growing up in this era, bro, obsessing over these random kids. It's so incredibly weird. I just don't get it. Somebody just posted this stock photo. I don't know what it's supposed to resemble, but okay. So unfortunately, I clicked on this image and opened it, and it is some straight up disgust. That's about it. In conclusion, obviously we won't really know how Minecraft stans are IRL until you meet one. I suggest don't generalize everybody, like don't automatically hate someone who has like a Dream hoodie or whatever. But yeah, I would say proceed with caution, okay? I feel like it is perfectly fine to have an interest as long as you're not overly incredibly obsessive, okay? And you allow other people to have their opinions as well. If someone doesn't like Minecraft or doesn't like Dream, don't need to pitchfork them, okay? Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, you've taught me a lot today. Go follow me on Twitter and tell me your experience about whatever I tweet about, because I tweet a lot pretty much every day, because as I said, I have no friends. I only make YouTube videos. Have a nice day. Stay awesome. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Welcome back, everybody. Hope you guys are doing well. Today we're going to be talking about office work environments and how incredibly creepy technology has gotten. So without beating around the bush or anything, let's just go straight to the meat of this, right? I found this tweet by The Verge, which says Canon put AI cameras in its Chinese offices that only let smiling workers inside. Now this is hands down the creepiest and most toxic and unhealthy thing I have ever seen in a workplace environment, other than straight up harassment by your boss or like nuclear leakage or something. You know what I'm talking about, okay? But yeah, can you imagine like showing up to work and the door won't open until you give a fake smile to this psycho freaking robot over here? Look at that absolute death device for dude. It's like a Dementor from Harry Potter sucking the life out of you. Like, I get the message that, okay, you're supposed to be happy in a work environment, but how about you make the environment so that it's a happy place to work in, and then employees won't have to force a smile, because forced positivity is 10 times worse than like actually just showing your feelings, you know? Like, many people actually don't know this, but forcing yourself to smile and like, you know, lying to yourself like that is really bad. Like, if you feel bad, frown, okay? If you feel like crying, go cry, okay? It's healthy. You shouldn't force yourself to smile. That's a horrible thing to do. That was straight up like poison your mind and screw up your emotions. Emotions are like, you need those things, okay? The happiness isn't the only emotion, and having happiness all day every day is super toxic and will probably make you insane. But yeah, pretty much you guys know how much employees are overworked in certain offices, and it's not just Chinese offices. All around the world, bro, people are overworked to their absolute core, and because of this, or maybe because they're not satisfied with their job, they don't like what they're doing, they don't know what they're doing, or something like that, depression ensues, right? If you work a corporate job, there's a pretty good chance you're depressed, especially after being there for a couple years. And honestly, I feel like it's really twisted to even try and do this. This just looks like, bro, this looks like something you'd see in North Korea, Keep that smile up or you're not getting outside. Like, what? Next thing you're gonna do, there's gonna be like 5-minute checkups. You better be smiling at all times. And your face is straight up gonna hurt, bro. You need muscles to smile. So as the internet does, a bunch of people were just completely memeing the situation because it's just weird. Like, here we have this picture. I mean, it's kind of appropriate, honestly. Here we have the people from that game. I forgot what the game was called, but Employee 2312, are you not happy to be here? It was this whole game about, like, I don't know, fake happiness or something. I don't remember the game at all, but I remember these guys, and they're definitely from that game. Somebody comment below, what was this game? I need to know. There is no depression in Chinese offices, and they've put this image of this woman, and essentially it's like this psycho Dai Li agent from Avatar: The Legend of Aang, or Avatar: The Last Airbender, and she's part of this insane brainwashed cult. So yeah, you know what's going on here. Like, these psycho companies always want to portray to the media like, oh, we're fine, we're all nice, all our employees are nice and happy. But in reality, they're like completely depressed, and now they're forcing them to smile. Bruh. Any like psychologist or anyone who studies like human emotion or anything like that would be able to tell you how harmful this is and how much of a psychopath it makes you look like. Now, obviously it's Twitter, so some idiot takes it the wrong way as usual. Like, literally, like, they stated that, Canon installed these cameras, and this person responds, are we really going to pretend that American corporate HR doesn't constantly coerce employees into faking happiness and contentment, and that the only reason they don't do this kind of thing is because they're cheap, regressive, and unimaginative? No, actually, nobody ever said America was any better. This happens in all parts of the world. Literally, every single place, there's gonna be an oppressive work environment, Just because someone said a Chinese workplace could possibly be depressed doesn't automatically make American workplaces happy. You are the epitome of a Twitter user. Jesus Christ, stop getting offended over everything. It's annoying. Like, wow. So this person said literally everyone when it is checking if they're smiling. Oh yeah, guys, I'm just doing well. Imagine like showing up to school. Like, this is probably more relatable to you guys, right? You can't enter the classroom until you smile into a camera. It's gotta be like this big wide smile on your face. Like, what if you were depressed? What if your mom died the previous day? Like, are they gonna force you to freaking smile, bro? The door won't open. Imagine they put it on the washroom, bro. Like the straight up toilet. Like, you want to go to poop, but you gotta smile while you're freaking constipated or something. Oh, what's that? You have diarrhea and need to go really urgently? You better put on a big fat smile on your face, pal. I knew this picture was gonna be posted in the replies, but I'm just gonna post it anyways. We're not gonna say the 3-letter word that begins with S and ends with S because honestly, I'm sick of it, okay? I hear it endlessly. My name is Pega word. Okay, it sucks. Why? I want to delete the game off the internet, please. I'm sure this woman in the picture is very, very happy. I mean, it looks like she's smiling. She literally looks like she's being held at gunpoint. Like, right, like if you pan over the camera, there'll probably be a guy with a gun. Like, you see this camera and there's nobody behind her, but I feel like that's a pre-installed picture, bro. So here we have the article which goes into more details as to why they did this. Tech company Canon has come up with a downright dystopic way to tackle the problem of workplace morale. It's installed cameras with AI-enabled smile recognition technology in the offices of its Chinese subsidiary, Canon Information Technology. The cameras only let smiling workers enter rooms or book meetings, ensuring that every employee is definitely 100% happy all the time. That is so weird. This is rooms or book meetings. Jesus Christ. Dude, I don't think the people at Canon even realize that just because a person is smiling doesn't mean that they're happy and content with their life or anything like that. You can force someone to smile. You can't force someone to be happy, okay? That's just not how it works. Happiness is not an emotion that can be manipulated simply by forcing someone to smile, okay? It's not gonna, like, kick some endorphins into your brain and suddenly make you happy. Sure, there are things you could do that could probably make them happy, like, I don't know, make the workplace environment a bit better and stop installing psycho dictatorship-like cameras. This depressing tale was highlighted in a report from the Financial Times on how Chinese companies are surveilling employees to an unsettling degree with the help of AI and algorithms. Firms are monitoring which programs employees use on their computers to gauge their productivity, using CCTV cameras to measure how long they take on their lunch breaks, and even tracking their movements outside the office using mobile apps. Oh my god. Bro, this is no joke. They're not even gonna give you a minute to breathe. Like, they're monitoring how much like, they're monitoring their computers, obviously, which they have to do as a company. They should just probably, like, block out twitter.com, or, like, you can't download things or something, but taking into account how long you spend on each website or whatever, and then cameras to, like, track your lunch break, bro, it's a break for a reason. God damn. It's a lunch break, man. Let the man eat a sandwich, bro. It was Nutella. It's delicious. Please. And then what happened to the phrase 9 to 5? You monitor them 9 to 5. That's also not enough. Outside the office using mobile apps, bro. You're tracking them 24/7 like a complete insane stalker. How is this even legal? What kind of contracts are people signing, dude? Like, I know the paycheck. I mean, these people are probably, like, drived into a position where this is probably the only job they can even take up, and it's just these insanely oppressive people. But yeah, honestly, if you're one of these people who has a choice whether to work at these companies and, you know, there's another job, take the other job. Jesus Christ, bro. Clearly, Canon knows nothing about how to foster a good workplace environment, bro. This sounds like the Ellen show, you know, like, oh, smiles and giggles, I'm the nicest person in the world, and then behind the scenes, how toxic were they? And then this camera system, bro, is just gonna reinforce that type of stuff. As the King's College London academic Nick Sneernick, that's an odd name, bro, told the FT, workers are not being replaced by algorithms and artificial intelligence. Instead, the management is being sort of augmented by these technologies. Technologies are increasing the pace for people who work with machines, instead of the other way around. Just like what happened during the Industrial Revolution in the 18th century. Okay, so what I'm getting from this is, instead of replacing humans with robots, they're turning the humans into robots, which is even creepier, bro. I'm just saying. Listen, if I ever have to work a job, you would turn me into a robot, bro. I'm a human. Remember it. Fellows, all the robot movies are coming true. Protect yourself. Oh my god. Canon Information Technology actually announced its smile recognition cameras last year as part of a suite of workplace management tools, but the technology doesn't seem to have gotten much attention. Indeed, the fact that it passed under the radar is a good illustration of just how common surveillance tools like this are becoming, and not just in China. Exactly, this is like all over the world, bro. People want to squeeze the life out of you, bro. If you ever had an oppressive employer, they're gonna squeeze out as much time as they can from your life. You're just another tool to them. They don't really care about you, bro. They just want you to do work, and they'll pay you an absolutely disgusting, oppressive, meager salary, bro. Although readers in the West sometimes have a tendency to dismiss the sort of surveillance described by the FT as a foreign phenomenon, I mean, bro, Americans always gonna be stupid. They're just gonna be like, oh, yeah, it's a China thing. Like, shut up, dude. Countries like the US and UK are just as culpable. Amazon is perhaps the prime example of this dynamic. It's known for squeezing every ounce of effort from its warehouse workers at the expense of their health, and even ranking their productivity using algorithms before firing those at the bottom of the scale. Now, after hearing all of this, a bunch of people might be like, oh yeah, obviously they're using algorithms to determine productivity because they want to make a profit. So obviously they're going to fire those at the bottom of the scale. That's not the point, okay? There's other ways to determine how productive your workers are. I feel like this is getting to the point of human rights violations, right? You can't be monitoring your employees all the time. I feel like people have forgotten what it means to be human, okay? What it means to actually live life and not be an absolute, like, detestable worker to a company. Such modern day Taylorism is not restricted to blue collar jobs either. Many modern suits like Microsoft 365 come with built-in surveillance tools, and with more people working from home because of the pandemic, more companies are deploying these features for fear of losing control over their workers. Listen, honestly, some companies are rightly concerned about this stuff, like, okay, yeah, it is a pandemic, and I guess when you're working from home, it's harder to control your workers because they could be straight up slacking off 24 hours a day, and, you might not be able to tell. So, there's a bunch of ways to counteract that. It's kind of like, the teacher doesn't keep an eye on all the students all the time, but there is a literal exam, and then if they don't get good, they know they were slacking off, right? Pretty much like that, you should set objectives for each employee, and if they can't complete it, they can't complete it, okay? And then they're not working, and then you can tell. You don't need to go to these extreme lengths and monitor every single thing they do. That's just weird. And okay, you can rightly be concerned, but also, I feel like some companies are taking advantage of this concern to be more oppressive. Or for a slightly more cynical read, they've always wanted to use these tools, and the pandemic provides a handy pretext exactly that the article got it to. In other words, AI-enabled smile recognition cameras are in many ways the least dangerous types of surveillance technology. They have the benefit of being obvious. Other systems of control are much more subtle, and probably coming to an office near you sometime soon. Bro, this is such an ominous and creepy message, bro. I don't want to go to sleep and wake up knowing that I have to force myself to smile just to get into, like, a mall, maybe. I don't know. Honestly, this really reminds me of an anime known as Psycho-Pass. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's a very disturbing anime where essentially there's, like, this gun, right? And the gun is, like, a crime coefficient detector. Essentially, this gun will, like, read your movements or whatever the heck, and, your pulse and all of that, and determine if you're a criminal or not, okay? So, if someone, like, straight up beats someone in front of the street, and the gun determines you're not a criminal, then it literally won't shoot, and the police can't do anything. But the gun is, like, mostly right, but there's a lot of exceptions to it, and that's the whole basis for the anime. Essentially, technology getting way too far and going insane and trying to control everybody, right? And pretty much in the anime, it turns society into complete chaos, and the main characters are trying to shut down the system and completely, like, overrun it, right? It's pretty much humans versus robots all over again, guys. I'm so scared. It's all over for us. GG. Anyways, listen, if you're a boss in an office trying to employ this, please don't, okay? It's weird. It's weird. That's probably enough for you to not employ it. And I assure you, this will not boost happiness in the workplace. People will just get really mad at you, and a 50% chance they'll probably quit, okay? So stop the madness. Okay, before I absolutely explode, let's end the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Smash the like button if you did. Subscribe if you're new. Thank you so much for watching. You better like this video immediately, or I'll track your comments. That's right, you typing right now. I can see you. Alright, welcome back everyone. Hope you're having a great day. Today we talk about Pokimane. So, it's been a long time, alright? She's back into some drama, and this is by far the worst one so far. So, you probably know Pokimane from a couple places. PewDiePie called her out for copy striking like a year ago. Maybe you heard about her from the It's a Gundam drama, like her going after people's sponsors. Maybe you heard about her showing PP on stream, right? She's really famous. Recently more infamous, but yeah, you've probably seen her in some of your favorite videos, like Among Us is the most popular game right now, and she's playing with the top creators. You've probably seen her in Disguised Toast videos, Saikuno, Corpse, Charlie Critical's videos. But while she was playing Among Us with all these friends, something deep and sinister was cooking in the background, and today we take a look at it. So a while back, a content creator by the name of Fedmeister got cancelled, right? he's part of Offline TV, who is like Pokemon's group of content creators. It's got like Lily Pichu, Disguised Toast, Scara. You probably know these guys. So pretty much Fed had some questionable incidents with some of the female members of the household. I'll talk about that in another video, or maybe not at all, it depends. But this video is about Pokemon, right? Pretty much, Fedmeister, he went down without a fight, he admitted what he did, and that's the story ended there, right? But Pokemon, when she was talking about this Fed incident, she came out on stream and said, Fed is not only bad, but he's absolutely awful. She attached like 8 different other things that he did. Like, she said a lot of stuff about him trying to get her friend fired. He tried to manipulate her. He isolated her friends and just painted him to be like way more awful than he actually was. So Fed was pretty much in love with Pokey. I still think that he is, because he did not want this stuff to be released, but whatever. So he allowed her to say this and, just kind of calmly kind of died. But somebody somewhere in the stars, Fedmeister's guardian angel, this person was angry and they leaked Fed's documents. So pretty much when Pokemon said all these lies on stream, Fed went on full investigation mode. He took all the screenshots from the text convos and wrote it down, made this entire expose, right? Which was completely like 100% true and completely destroys Pokemon. And he just didn't post it because Pokey and Fed talked, and when you're talking to your so-called lover, you'll just kind of listen to them. So pretty much she prevented Fed from posting this one thing that would absolutely turn the tides of the story. She prevented him from posting it, and he just agreed and let it die down. But, it's been posted, and yeah, things have turned around. So pretty much it boils down to a few things, right? Pokemon and Fed were like, pretty much a couple, but Pokey, she was interested at the start, but then her interest started waning in him, and instead of actually just telling him that, hey, Fed, I'm not into you, she led him on for years, and from the text messages, she pretty much kept him like a little dog, like that she could come back to anytime. Like, Fed was always there, right? No matter what, because he was in love with this girl. And no matter how many times she would completely psychologically, emotionally just put this guy on a string and pretty much abuse this guy, he would just be there, right? Because, he's in love. He would be like, maybe there's a chance, maybe eventually, you're kind of like, love is blind kind of thing, right? So he didn't even release this document, I presume, because he still cares about her and doesn't want Pokey to have any discomfort. Even after the document came out and everybody's on Fed's side, he's like, the person betrayed my trust and leaked this document. Like, bro, you better be glad they leaked this document. So I don't know who this mystery person is, but, thank you. So one of the things was Pokey emotionally abusing Fed. Another thing was Pokey lying about her friend Yvonne. Pretty much, they hired Yvonne, right, this other content creator, as a member of like their offline TV group thing, and she wanted Yvonne fired. She was like, oh, this person was lazy, I don't like her, she's trying to become a content creator in front of me. I hired her to do management work, so she wanted her fired. But Fed was like, no, she can do both, she's fine. But in the stream, Pokey was like, no, Fed wanted her fired. Completely twisted the story. But you can check the stream and then look at the text messages, completely disprove. Like, she gets completely caught in a lie. Honestly, it kind of baffles me that a multi-millionaire, multi-brand, Pokemon, the biggest female streamer on Twitch, is mad at someone trying to start a career on the side while doing their work. That is so incredibly petty. I can't even, dang. Honestly, she's like a master villain, because she took like this one mistake Fed made and she attached like 8 mistakes of her along with it and said, everybody was against Fed, right? Because he did something wrong. So Pokey was like, oh yeah, he also did this and this and this and this, and then everyone was like, oh my god, he's awful, just get him out of here. Okay, let's just go over the most important parts. Also, before we start, Pokemon responded saying, sorry, today was tough. It's hard for me to reply to very private things without making the situation messier. I was not in a good headspace, guys. I was in a dark place. Remember, dude, PewDiePie was so right. Or remember when PewDiePie was like, anytime anybody has to address anything, like, anytime they do something wrong, I was in a dark place. I was not in a good headspace, guys. Come on. So pretty much at the start, he says, Pokey and I got really close on this Taiwan trip. A lot of good moments came and they became a couple, right? It was a honeymoon phase kind of thing. That's pretty much what was going on. We discussed some pretty personal things like work ethic, drive, and dreams. It was really cool. And then on stream, we would do our thing and we weren't really playing it up for content. content, at least I wasn't. There's a bunch of Fed and Pokey love videos. You know how you see those videos on content creators who are getting like shipped together? I mean, they were actually a couple kind of things, so that's why they were getting shipped together. But yeah, that's pretty much what he's talking about. We came back from Taiwan, and that kind of energy between us continued on and off stream. We started to have breakfast and dinner together every single day. We became very flirty, especially through text, and started having occasional sleepovers, and just in general, we were definitely heading in a romantic direction. Now I gotta say, these text messages, holy mother of God. This man posted like 1 year's worth of flirty messages, and it is... oh my god, it is the most cringe thing I've ever seen in my entire life. So it starts off all innocent, you know, fetty, wetty, folky, blah, blah, blah. Then it quickly takes a turn into, oh, it's very quiet over there. And then she's like, lol, can you legit hear everything? Lost in thought. And then you might be wondering, what is this going on? But apparently Pokey is pleasuring herself, and this guy's like outside her room, and they're kind of, you know, texting about it. This is so weird. And this is a quote for the centuries, you know, scissors, more like rock. And then she says, I'll never close my door again, if you know what I mean. And you're saying I could just walk in. I don't think you know what I mean, blah, blah, blah. I feel like I can sense your frustration, blah, 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 debated. Pretty much she's like, I'll keep the door open, please frick me. So already we know that they're very, very close, which is completely different from what, like, Pokey was representing on stream. She was kind of like, we were like, not that close, but then, you know, but he was all into me, like, bro, you're literally telling him about, you know, the fingers and, ugh. Then we got like 1,000 more messages, which just gives me like secondhand cringe, like, oh, honey bun, I miss you too, Fetty, blah, blah, blah. Now, I don't completely understand this message, but pretty much Pokemon is talking about Jody, who's, Quarter Jade. She's one of the people she plays Among Us with nowadays. And she's like, calling her fake and saying, like, oh, Fed wasn't on my stream, you guys are still watching, it means so much to me. So fakey, like she's using the baby voice. Excuse me, Pokemon is saying this? Are you kidding me? I can't stand people obviously acting more drunk than they are or saying fake pity things to chat. I legit tuned in for not even 3 minutes and she spoke about you twice. I think she's getting jealous here. I'm pretty sure this person has like a boyfriend or something. I'm so confused. Then we've got more text messages. Pokey's like, why did you delete this picture from your like Instagram or whatever? And then she's like, oh, I were you trying to hide me? And then Fed's like, no, I'm not hiding you. And then she's like, I'm not trying to hide you either. I would be super happy if you posted it. It's a super cute pic. I love you too, Fetty. You know this. So she was even fine going public with Fed, and suddenly there's like the switch around, which is completely fine. But to continue leading him on with these absolutely, you know, you're sending the wrong messages. Any guy receiving these messages is going to be like, oh, she's definitely into me. So these messages are at the end of 2018. The trip was like at the start of 2018, and this is like December 2018. And she goes, okay, so we got a hotel. I can still stay in yours, but I can also stay in mine because, you know, if you don't respond, I'm going to go to mine. You sure? I want to give you the freedom, blah, blah, blah. Well, I have 2 beds in the other room. Yes. Beg for me to stay with you. I joke. I'll come if you're sure. Yes, I'm sure. Okay, say it again. Like, she's literally like, she has him on a leash, dude. So after this, Fed talks about like this guy called Steve, and you know the classic Chad Steve stealing away Pokey, right? And they were like, I don't know, man. Pretty much what I got from the messages is like, she was pretty much just banging guys in the other room right in front of Fed, like, and simultaneously still texting like, hey, I love you, Fed. Come sleep with me, like. Pretty much this emotional manipulation. That's all that it is. I really don't want to get into like the depths of it because the video will be super long, but yeah, let's move on to the Yvonne part, right? I never wanted Yvonne fired. In her stream, Pokey says that I tried to get Yvonne fired because of the incident between us. This is 100% false. I never tried to get her fired. This guy, okay, he wrote this like right after Pokey was, you know, lying about it on stream, but he didn't have like the heart to post it. So yeah, once again, the leak person coming in clutch. So Fed says, I had a long talk with Yvonne, also had dinner with Michael. Update me, I made a big decision as well, blah, 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 blah. Yvonne wants to move out and still manage OTV and still stream in League. I don't get that. Best of all worlds wasn't an option. I'm okay with that. It just kind of rubs me the wrong way. She got so lazy that she's gonna move out and just take care of the OTV stuff like she wants to do. It's like we're working around her. And then she says if a biz dev comes in and wants to do what Yvonne does on top of everything else, I'm gonna say yes, that's my ideal. So she really wants to get rid of Yvonne. So Fed is defending Yvonne, right? He says, I thought you were cool with her going the route when we moved, the content creation and all that. And then Pokey responds saying content creation was not the route, but that she likes to stream on the side, but OTV is the main thing. But now it's like sponsor deals, YouTube channel. It's very weird. I want her to solely work for me. Any other life prospects, cut them off. I guess I just dislike disorganization, inefficiency, ruthless businesswoman. I mean, if somebody's not doing their job, is completely fine, and you can fire them, right? That's completely fine. That's not the point here. The point here is that you completely lied. You said Fed was trying to get her fired. What was that? I think we need to get together and make some solid decisions as a group. If we got someone else to manage, what happens to Yvonne? Isn't that a weird thought? Okay, you get the point. She completely lied about Yvonne. There's like files on top of files here just to disprove everything Pokey has said before. Now, Pokey also responded to this whole document and the whole thing, and she pretty much just skipped over the entire document and just straight up lies. The entire stream, it's like a 1.5 hour stream, like I can't be asked, but that's the gist of it. She skips over it. She's like, it's cringe, guys, and then she takes it so casually. She just laughs it off, like as if she didn't play with a man's heart for years, and then lie about him to his friends, to everybody, to the internet, and then destroy his livelihood, get him kicked from everything, and just make the public hate him. And this was a guy who was in love with you and literally did everything to protect your reputation. That's just cruel. Now, after Fed realized that the document was leaked, he also responded again, saying, hey guys, it's been brought to my attention that a document I wrote many months ago has been leaked. I wanted to make it clear this is not something I wanted out publicly. The document was leaked by someone I'd asked for advice and support who chose to maliciously violate my trust. Yeah, I mean, I think they did you a favor. I don't know. A while ago, Pokey and I spoke about what happened. I'm guessing she gaslighted you, right? We came to agree that keeping things private and making no further statements publicly was what was best for both of us. Are you kidding me? Without these statements, Pokimane is like this Greek, Pokimane is like the Greek god, dude, complete angel. And with these statements, she's a complete devil. Of course, she wanted to keep the document private. We wanted to heal and prevent any further harm to the people involved. She would make a brief supportive statement when I returned, and we would go our separate ways. No more drama and not reopening old wounds. This has got to be the worst part. So she went to Fed privately and said, okay, I've seen your document, which completely destroys me. And she says, hey Fed, just don't release the document, and I'll give like this supportive statement. I know the internet hates you right now, and if you had like approval from one of the members of Offline TV, it would really help you out. So just don't post that document, and we're all Gucci, right? So Fed agrees to this and gets completely ousted from the internet. And now we find out the truth, dude. I am so done. This thing was so deep and psychologically charged. Oh my god. Anyways, in conclusion, Pokimane, dude, wow. I thought the previous stuff was bad, but it doesn't even come close to what we figured out today. The emotional abuse, the gaslighting, the straight up lying, and completely destroying a person who loves you and cares for you more than anything, dude. I guess the rumors were true. Ruthless businesswoman, dude. I never thought, behind that innocent persona, Jesus, dude, the mask has fallen off. Anyways, that's about it, guys. Hope you did enjoy. I certainly did. This was some juicy drama, dude. Smash the like button if you did. Do subscribe if you're new. We're trying to get 400,000 subscribers. That would be awesome. Thank you so much for watching. Means the world, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Welcome back, everybody. Hope you're having a great day. I sure am, because the only people that win when these Twitch streamers or online influencers start fighting is the internet, right? You guys obviously win because you get entertainment out of this, and I also win because I get a video and entertainment out of this. So, last time, right, in the Pokimane saga, we talked about Fedmeister releasing his 25-page Google Doc expose on Pokimane. Well, he didn't actually release it. It was one of his fans who got really close to him, and once she found out that Fed was gonna go down without a fight against Pokimane, she was like, no, this is unacceptable. I love Fed, and, no, I don't know that love, but, I care for Fed, and I can't let him go down like this. Now, if you're wondering how I know this information, pretty much the person who leaked the document, she came out with her own Google Doc, and Pokimane also responded to Fed's Google Doc with her own Google Doc. So we have 2 more Google Docs, dude. Do these people genuinely put more effort into this than I do into a school project, dude? But whatever, let's start with Poki's response doc, and then we'll check out Fed's fans doc. By the way, if you're not caught up with this whole drama, you can watch my previous video, or if you're too lazy, pretty much it's like Fed is like, oh, Poki was leading me on for so many years and playing with my heart and is like an emotional manipulator, and Poki's like, nah, he was just a friend and he didn't get the message, and I fricked a guy in the room next to him. He was named Chad Steve or something. Please get the hint. But also, scissors, more like rock, dude. Alright, whatever. Make sure you're subscribed. Okay, let's begin. Intro. I've talked about my experience with Fed in the past, and I'm really disappointed that leaked and misleading messages have made it necessary for me to respond once again. So pretty much she's saying here that she doesn't really believe that the doc was leaked. She pretty much thinks that Fed leaked it purposely and, you know, just let it roam free and gave all these fans access to it so that they would leak it. I feel forced to share my side of the story now with evidence and context to hopefully close this chapter once and for all. Knowing how much it hurts to have private convos leaked, I didn't want it to have to come to me sharing more info that is also private to Fed and my friends involved. Out of respect to their privacy, they're actually talking about respect to privacy. That's gone out the window, okay? I'll only be talking about some of the things that were already shared and what my friends are comfortable with. So Poki is saying that she's gonna put it to bed. This is gonna be like the last thing ever, but I feel like Fed is gonna want to respond to this again, and he's made like multiple Google Docs on different people in offline TV as well, so maybe he's gonna come out with that, dude. I don't know. So one of the most damning parts of Fed's document was the Yvonne situation, right? Pretty much Poki was on stream saying that Fed wanted Yvonne fired, but according to Fed's Google Doc, it seemed like Poki wanted Yvonne fired and Fed was defending her. But now, according to Poki's Google Doc, it seems like Poki actually didn't want her fired and Fed wanted her fired. So I feel like they're all like leaving out a little bit of info that makes them look good, and I feel like you should just screen record the entire phone, alright? Like, at this point, just let it all out. Because honestly, how am I supposed to believe anything from you guys when you're proven manipulators? Like, I'm not believing anything. So here she talks about Yvonne. I'd like to give context to the messages he included of me talking about Yvonne, since the leaked document attempts to imply that I was plotting against her, when this was not the case at all. I'm really disappointed that he would try to publicly pit us against each other. Are you kidding me? You pretty much, like, destroyed his life, so obviously he's gonna try to come back, right? Especially since he knows us personally and the reality of the situation, on top of what he's already put Yvonne through. The situation is also heavily impacted by the fact that Fed touched Yvonne inappropriately, which is something that OTV members weren't aware of until later. Please keep this in mind when reading the screenshots involving other house members, because they didn't know and have done everything in their power to help Yvonne since they found out. So here's some screenshots she attaches to show that Fed actually also wanted Yvonne kicked out. Goes into Yvonne's room, yo, let's think of a prank or content ideas. Immediately gets into a game of League. Smiley faces like passive aggressive, and then Poki responds with this. I leave and she says, hey, you gonna think of something, right? Yeah. Tell her, what do you think? And then Fed says, she gave me this face, I want to keep playing, so I gave her a long stare and then just walked out. I'm out here whiteboarding and I hate confrontation. Realistically, I don't think she can contribute much, but it's nice to have a human around. Okay, so it's pretty clear that even Fed wasn't too fond of Yvonne, so pretty much Poki and Fed wanted Yvonne kicked out. I wonder how Yvonne is feeling right now. She's like, yeah, I'm a hard worker. Then Poki attaches more screenshots. There's also this one which says, I think I talked about it with Scara, and then she puts like an arrow saying he complained to other OTV members about Yvonne. Since then, Yvonne and I have talked about it in private about what I've said and came to a relieving understanding after an apology from my end. I mean, I don't think there's like any sort of understanding between like an employer and an employee, because like you have all the power over Yvonne, right? You and Fed have all the power over Yvonne, so like obviously she's just gonna agree with whatever you're saying. It's like, okay, don't even try that. I regret the added stress we put her through. I'm sorry to both Yvonne and anyone who read my messages with Fed that may have questioned her or her work ethic. I hired Yvonne to work with me back in 2018, knowing that she was smart, thoughtful, and an overall pleasure to work with. I then personally recommended her for an in-house position at OTV and was looking forward to working with her in person. She has grown grown into her role at OTV and as a content creator as well, but she's now creating videos, she's getting sponsorships, like, okay, dude. Listen, I can't help but smile here because everybody's just lying and I'm loving it. Fed was my closest friend for a long time. Yeah, no more. During the OTV Taiwan trip in February 2018, we became closer and considered pursuing a relationship. This is where a lot of the flirty texts shown in Fed's document are from. A couple months later, I told him I didn't want to be more than friends around May 2018. Now, there is a problem with this because if she told him that she didn't want to be friends in May 2018, the screenshots, some of them are like at the end of 2018, right? December 2018, of her still kind of flirting. So pretty much both Pokey and Fed are kind of weird here, right? But Fed's document did have screenshots to portray him better. I mean, obviously this is a terrible internet fight and they're only going to show the parts where they look good, right? Which I have no doubt in my mind Pokey's still doing as well, right? Then we have this part of saying that Fed has known to be a serial flirt. I didn't even know that was a word, but okay. I admit and take responsibility for the times that I later reciprocated and the ways in which this would have complicated their friendship. You guys know what I find really, really weird about this? Like, correct me if I'm wrong, right? Pokey was supposedly flirting with Fed while supposedly still knowing that Fed is this guy who inappropriately touched her friend. So there's no way. Why would you flirt with someone who you kind of consider disgusting? Like, I don't know if I got the timeline wrong with the 25-page Google Doc, but that's what it seems like to me, and that's just kind of weird. I would also constantly hear the ways in which he flirted with other girls and his ships, and often saw it on his stream as well, which made any reciprocations feel casual and insignificant. Okay, again, she's saying that her messages with Fed were casual because I guess Fed was flirting with other girls as well. I mean, I need to see like video of this or whatever. It may have been naive, but it was far from how he's attempting to portray me. I mean, the fingers and the fist. So Pokey also gives context to the whole hotel text. We've got me and Lily, and it wasn't just her. So pretty much when Fed was calling her to her hotel, supposedly, it was actually a bunch of people. So that she wasn't actually calling him for frick. And then she provides a summary saying, I hear a lot of hurt feelings in Fed's statement when it comes to our friendship. I cared a lot about Fed, and I wouldn't have wanted to hurt him. Well, that's just a lie. Come on, you want him gone. His feelings are valid and a good reminder to me that what one person thinks may be going on in a friendship don't always match up with the other person's expectations. Looking back, I would have done a lot of things differently, I mean, obviously, and know for a fact that neither of us handled the situation perfectly. However, our private convos heavily lack context, and I'm not okay with how they're being misrepresented. Then Pokey provides some more context to the message of Pokey talking about Jody. She was pretty much being like petty and possessive of Fed, but then Fed also encouraged it, which he kind of left out in his Google Doc. And then we have her conclusion. Ultimately, my complicated and volatile friendship with Fed had no part in why he was kicked out of offline TV, and such private details never needed to be public. It has been extremely jarring to have my privacy violated by someone I trusted for so long. Okay, so that was Pokey's Google Doc. Let me know what you thought in the comments. Honestly, I really don't care who wins this as long as this video gets more than 200k views and you guys are having a good time, okay? Anyways, let's talk about Fed's closest fan who leaked the document. So she starts off by showing some proof that she indeed has contact with Fed. We can agree everything I share here is never shared anywhere unless A, I die, or B, I give consent, right? All past, present, and future stuff? Of course, except, not really. So over here, Fed is like, I'm disconnecting from all social media when he got exposed, and this person's like, I really wanted to help you. And yeah, they released the document. I'll do my best to make this short. I've been a fan of Fed's for over 3 years, and in that time, we became friends in a private Discord DM. Fed learned that he could trust me. Clearly not, but okay. And because of this, I knew a lot more of the truth of his life outside of streaming. When Fed got cancelled, I gave him my support, but also my disappointment, and he apologized for letting me down. We talked a lot about everything, he gave me his phone number, blah blah blah. After traveling and decompressing from the situation he was now in, he started to get caught up on everything that was said about him from his friends. He was shocked. He asked me to give him my word, and I did, and at the time, I 100% meant it. He was trusting me. He started to share things with me. Most of the texts from him and Pokey did not surprise me, but when he started to show me more, just like Destiny slowly started to see, I started to understand more and more, and I was also now in shock. I started to have sympathy for him, but also started to get angry. To put it lightly, what was shown and discussed in the Poke Doc is 30 to 40% of what could have been included. I know 25 pages is a lot, but understand that he was coming from a place of complete mistrust by everyone. Are you actually kidding me? 25 pages is 30% of it? Oh my god. He's actually gonna come out with a 400-page book, dude. you. Damn. These docs were only to show his side of things and to heal those friendships he had and misunderstandings from both sides. I just want to make a few things clear. Fed never had any intention of posting any doc to the public, and at no point did he try to mislead or lie in any part of the docs. So this kind of contradicts Pokey's theory of Fed just kind of leaking it because he wanted to. When this was leaked, he was furious with me. He went right to our DM and accused me. Here we have the DMs in 2020, literally 2 weeks ago, and they're still being leaked, dude. Fed, you have not learned your lesson. Oh my god. I can't believe you actually did that. Blah, 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 blah. I take matters into my own hand. You had no right to leak it. Blah, blah, blah. I'm so sorry. I don't deserve any forgiveness. Don't do that ever again. You're freaking lying to me. I hope you're happy. That's all I gotta say. For 5 months, you had a goal, a direction, and in 2 phone calls, that all changed. Funny that way since you asked, and yes, I'm happy for you. I don't want to get too deep into why I decided to do this. I feel strongly that Fed and his issues with Pokey were still very much affecting him. All over the 5 months he was kicked out and we spoke daily, he had clear intentions. When he finally contacted her, after 2 to 3 phone calls with Pokey, that all changed. I told myself from day one I wouldn't leak it, but I had a moment of weakness and I leaked it. After those few phone calls with Pokey, his whole mindset completely changed. Ooh, was that manipulation? And it became clear that he was going to take the full hit. After she was going to do very little to change the public's opinion of him, that was all based on her one stream about him. Throughout the conversations, 2 things became very clear. Fed was only interested in getting his friends back, and Pokey was only interested in protecting her image. I can believe this. This is pretty believable. I knew he would know it was me. I knew he would be furious with me. I knew he would cut me off as a friend and never speak with me again, but I also knew what I was about to do was the truth, and I cared more about him and his ability to have a future and less about him as my Discord buddy. I couldn't sit by and watch this. I felt like he wasn't in a healthy mindset and was making decisions because of his issues, decisions that I knew someday, years from now, he would regret, so I leaked it. Okay, so what we understood from this is that Fed didn't actually leak the document. It was Fed's fan who really cared about him, and all in all, this is a mighty fine drama. It really shouldn't have been public. I feel like both sides have lied easily and provable, and I can't really trust anyone anymore. Clearly, both sides are not the best of people. Like, Pokemon has a history of just doing bad stuff, and Fed did leave out some context in those messages, which if he just showed, we could trust him more, but we can't now. So my only advice is not to either of them because they're too far gone, but just to you guys, grab some popcorn and enjoy the show, dude. Thank you so much for watching. Smash the like button if you did enjoy. Do subscribe if you're new. We're trying to get to 400k, and that would be absolutely sweet. And yeah, thanks for being here. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Alright, welcome back everybody. Today we talk about Pokimane. So she went on her Twitter account and tweeted a bunch of stuff that just kind of annoyed me. So she pretty much just cries about how if a guy messes up, everybody worships him like a king apparently, and says everyone makes mistakes. But if a girl messes up, they call her fake and say the B word and all of that. And right off the bat, like as a popular female Twitch streamer, I have absolutely no idea how delusional you have to be to think like that, like genuinely. But we're gonna take a look at a bunch of her tweets and some of the replies just toasting her pretty much, completely proving her wrong in almost every way. I mean, this particular topic, like just by seeing her argument, you can kind of tell that she's so far in her own bubble that it's genuinely ridiculous. Like imagine thinking cancel culture is sexist towards women, as if like no men ever get canceled. There was J Station getting absolutely railed, Jeffree Star's getting canceled, Shane Dawson's getting canceled, Sky Williams just got canceled. Right off the top of my head. Like, anyway, so she starts off by saying, in this industry, a girl freaks up. What a fake B, such a worthless piece of shit. Also, go hole. Now, I don't know what industry she's talking about because she left it kind of vague, but I'm just gonna assume it's Twitch because that's her primary platform. But even if it was like something like YouTube or something, you're still wrong because in both of those industries, cancel culture will take down everybody. They really don't care if you're male or female. And I love how you've boiled down like every comment or criticism into that. Like, so if a girl freaks up on the internet, those represent the majority of comments. Nothing related to what you actually did. For example, if like Alinity messes up, I have no doubt like at least one person has sent a message like that, but majority of people send messages like, please stop throwing your cat, please treat your animals properly. Now the second part is really the cherry on top. So she says, if a guy fricks up, oh my god King, don't worry, everybody makes mistakes. We know you have a good heart and we'll be here for you forever. That's right guys, if a guy messes up in any way, shape, or form, everybody just continues respecting him Not like we see the countless examples of people getting canceled every week or so. Like, if you messed up, people will go after you. They don't really care if you're male or female. I genuinely don't think there's an element of sexism here. And then she does the follow-up tweet trying to be like understanding, but it pretty much just comes across as her saying that most guys are kind of sexist. It sucks because I can understand why. Guys have an easier time relating to guys and girls to girls. So if a community is male dominated, there's bound to be biases. And what's even more funny is that if you look at the majority of the cancel trains, right? It's just 13-year-old girls on Twitter doing the canceling. There's just like an infinite amount of them and you just can't fight back. So surely these girls would be more empathetic towards fellow girls, right? According to your logic here. And obviously, since it's a Pokemon tweet, you kind of have to end it off with some sort of a preaching message. But I hope in this day and age, we can learn to be both fair and empathetic with others, regardless of this. Honestly, guys, you can learn so much from Pokemon. Like, if somebody criticizes you on the internet, just copy strike them. If somebody criticizes you again, take away their sponsors. So much to learn, so empathetic. I feel like Poke really understands the community. That's why everybody loves her. Thank you, Pokey. Thank you for all your knowledge. One day, I will be as empathetic as you. The statement is so blanket, it made me want to go back to bed. Nothing is ever 100% one way and 0% the other. Hard for us to perceive that when we are in our own bubbles, though, which unfortunately we are all guilty of to some extent, whether intended or not. So she responds by saying it's obviously a generalization of what usually happens in majority male industries. Not trying to be like F all men, I'm just stating what I've generally observed being in the scene for 7 years. Now I feel like she's saying this because of like the Alinity stuff maybe, like most of the viral Twitch entitlement kind of clips comes from female streamers like Bad Bunny or Alinity or something, so naturally I can sort of understand why she thinks that people are being sexist by only exposing these types of people, but honestly when you break it down, if a male streamer did the same thing as like Alinity, they would get the same backlash, if not worse. Like, if Alinity was male, she would be permabanned by now. Am I wrong? Look at my gameplay in the eyes and tell me I'm wrong. You can. Because it probably doesn't have eyes, but yeah. Also, I kind of have a theory as to why more females go viral with their clips, and you don't see like a male Bad Bunny or something. Maybe because they're extremely entitled, and they only get their success because they're female. Like, male streamers will not get that much of a viewer base solely based on their looks. It's just a fact. Now, this person says, I agree. Imagine if this happened to a guy. The reaction would have been 20 times different. Now, people like Pokey be like, cancel culture is so sexist. Oh my god, it only goes after Alinity. Now, imagine if Alinity was a guy. You wouldn't even hear about her because she'd be banned. Her ability to make money would not even be there. She'd literally be off the platform. The only reason, oh yeah, this is the ultimate theory. In cases of like Alinity, the females go viral because they're still on the platform. The male version of Alinity wouldn't go viral because they're not even there anymore. Now, in cases of Bad Bunny and Invader V, there wouldn't be a male version of them because they wouldn't have that fan base because their fan base is kind of a bunch of simps, right? So when you try to convert these situations into the male variant, it is 10 times worse. They're not even there. They don't even exist. So be thankful that it actually exists. Like, you have the ability to still go viral because the males are not even there. They're working their 9 to 5, man. Now, this person says, I've never seen a man get exposed for being rude or ungrateful to their subscribers because usually people only bring light to the girls in the industry and ignore it when a man does it. Are you talking about like Invader V? Are you kidding me? So you're saying that if Invader V was male, she would not get any backlash, guys? What kind of absurd logic is this? She didn't get backlash because she's a girl. She got it because she literally complained about not getting donations and subscriptions. She acted like her viewers had to give her money. She was extremely entitled and obnoxious. She admitted to stalking her donators. She was like, oh, you guys are engineers. How do I know that? Oh, I stalk you guys. Imagine a male admitting to stalking his female viewers. God dang. Dude, I'm so sick of this because people are just creating sexism out of thin air like Pokemon. Like, it just distracts from actual sexism. Like, oh, a man needs to get exposed for being entitled. Well, if the man is entitled, he usually just loses his viewer base. If a woman like Invader V is entitled, she retains a chunk of her viewer base because because she has Sims and then has the ability to go viral. The men are just kicked off, dude. So another streamer called Trainwrecks TV said, "This is not the way male-to-male interactions work. Males usually rip each other apart, whereas females support each other publicly. Us males are stupid. We eat each other." I feel like the last 2 years it's been the opposite of this post, but maybe we're in different timelines. I don't know. Yeah, she is in a different timeline because she's in like this giant Pokimane bubble of which nobody can get through even after many criticism videos made on her. She just tunes it all out. Now this next reply was like a complete shutdown. I totally understand why she responded to the other comments and kind of ignored this one, because how do you respond to this? Which guy fricked up and didn't get fired from his job, mob cancelled, and or banned from Twitch? Oh wait, which girl fricked up 4 times and didn't get banned? Tell me when Twitch finally bans a female for the same mistake or girl did as the guy. Cough, P-Hub, cough. He's referring to Pokimane's little, showing the P-Hub on stream. I totally understand why she didn't respond, because after seeing this, she probably thought that, oh yeah, I should probably delete my tweet because it shows that I have a lack of understanding of how fortunate I really am. But it got 20,000 likes from my Sims, so, you know, why not? Honestly, I feel like she turns a blind eye to so many giant male figures who constantly get railed on, like NNA Productions, Jake Paul, and Logan Paul. Like, come on. So somebody responds with examples of girls coming out about their experiences, I think, and getting like a heap load of support right off the bat, and people immediately going to cancel the guy responsible. I'm not familiar with these particular cases, but I assume that that's what this person is trying to show. Now, you guys can probably tell me who this is in the comments, but I remember a guy coming out about one of his experiences where he got violated when he was a minor or something, and he got a lot of support, but he also got a bunch of comments just saying, yeah, you're so lucky for getting taken advantage of when you're a minor. Oh, you got a frick in a woman when you were like 14 or something. It's absolutely disgusting how some people think that, oh yeah, he must have enjoyed it or something, like as if guys can't even get abused in any way or something. I hate talking about this stuff, but this stuff is like invisible to Pokimane, of course. Now, I've saved the final response here because I wanted to reward you guys who make it like far into my videos, and I wanted to read this before Poki's final tweet. And this is by far the best response to a Pokimane tweet I've ever seen in my entire life. As much as I wish to have frick with you, you're wrong. I genuinely think I laughed for a good 5 minutes here because even the Sims were like, nah, this is too far. I can't agree with it. This is incredible, man. I love it. Now, here we have the final Pokimane tweet. It was just kind of like a follow-up saying, it's not my job to correct randoms on the internet. It's not my job to correct randoms on the internet. Pretty much, she tweeted this out right after complaining about this sort of cancel culture sexism. So I'm pretty sure she got triggered at the responses and defaulted to calling them randoms on the internet. Anyways, that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Smash the like button if you did. Subscribe for new. Thank you to my channel members for the support. I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Alright, man, I swear to God, I'm not Scarce or Drama Alert or a news channel. I swear to God, we've got different channels, okay? My last video was talking about a simp buying poop from e-girls, so obviously we've got vastly different channels, but I just thought of introducing this little mini-series of news because I don't want to stretch a topic to like 10 minutes, so I'd rather put like 10 topics into one video. Moving on to Amazon. So, Amazon recently told its employees to remove TikTok from their devices immediately. Yeah, their response, right? TikTok's response is so funny because they just act completely oblivious. In a statement, a TikTok spokesperson said, Amazon did not communicate to us before sending their email, and we still do not understand their concerns. Like, why are they so mad? I'm just stealing their data, but like, well, I don't understand their concerns, man. We're proud that tens of millions of Americans turn to TikTok for entertainment, inspiration, and connection. Yeah, that's the 3 words I would use to describe TikTok. Not cringe, psychopathic, and terrible. Okay, moving on to a double canceling. So Disney and Harry Styles both went trending on Twitter. Hashtag Disney is over party and hashtag Harry Styles is over party. And you might be asking, what do Disney and Harry Styles have in common? And you might be thinking, absolutely nothing. Well, I guess not, because they both pissed off K-pop stans. So this person tweets out hashtag Disney's over party. So y'all let Sophia Carson sing BWL, but y'all gave BTS, the artists and creators of that song, a 3-second long cameo. So pretty much Disney only gave BTS a 3-second cameo, and now they're triggered about it. Yes, that is the reason Disney is over party is trending. K-pop stans genuinely never cease to amaze me, like truly Spartan warriors fighting for a great cause. And you might be thinking, yeah, why did Harry Styles get canceled? Because apparently he called K-pop boys too feminine. Hashtag Harry Styles is over party. White girls be like, yeah, king, break those gender stereotypes. And then they call K-pop boys too feminine and girly. And then we've got a fan cam of some sort. But yeah, I don't think Harry Styles was trying to perpetuate gender stereotypes. Like, I mean, take of that what you will, like he called K-pop boys too feminine, whatever, but I don't think he meant it in like a degrading way. Like, nobody said feminine and girly is like a bad thing. Moving on to a pretty serious story involving Jenna Marbles. So apparently Jenna Marbles is going around false copyright striking videos, but it's not actually like exactly copy striking, because these kind of content ID claims don't actually put a strike on your channel. Instead, they just take down your video and block it worldwide. So pretty much they just remove the video without giving you a strike. So Bo Black's video, Twitter versus Jenna Marbles, has been taken down, and it cited copyright owners as Jenna Marbles. So he's kind of confused why this happened, because obviously he didn't violate copyright or anything. And a couple other creators have been dealing with this issue as well. Hopefully she responds soon, because this does not look good at all. Now this is a story probably nobody else has covered, because we've got a very, very creepy app that's going to be released in 2023, and it's genuinely nerve-wracking. I don't know why nobody else has talked about this, but just take a look at this video. Now, if you're confused what the app did, it pretty much changed everybody's expression into a warped smile, and it is so creepy, Jesus Christ, like, it's not gonna help society in any way, and I don't know why you need 3 full years to develop this app, which is just creepy as hell. And what's the point of turning people's faces into smiles? That just creeps me out, man. Like, I don't know what you guys thought about it, but it doesn't even make me happy. Like, is that the purpose, to make the people on their phones happy? How does that make you happy? It's just providing you like a false sense of reality. It's just weird, man. Stop making these goddamn stupid creepy apps. Alright, moving on to another viral Karen. So recently on Twitter there's this clip which has 1 million views. It probably has more because it gets reposted a lot. So yeah, there's this guy in the store. He's not wearing a mask, and then the Karen calls him out, but she does so in such an insufferable way. The dude's kind of just minding his own business, and I personally I think he should wear a mask for sure, solely because it's so easy. I know a lot of people are debating, like, does it do anything, but like, just why, man? Just do it. It's like, it's not hard. But she really didn't need to harass him like that. Just take a look at this clip.
To take a picture of me, does that make you feel better? Why don't you get a life, lady?
Dude, I have a life.
No, and they're going around taking pictures of people?
Yes, because of what you're doing. Can you not follow the lines on the floor?
Keep your mouth running.
The governor, the mayor is asking us all to wear masks, and look at you, not wearing a mask.
Oh God, another one. You people are like monkeys falling out of a tree.
No, you're the monkey that hasn't
Hey, I'll tell
dragging
you what,
those knuckles that you've not evolved.
Okay, how's that?
Ever heard of Darwinism, evolution, evolve, mister?
Ever heard of Darwinism, bro? Evolution evolves to my level, bro. The next level of human evolution, guys, the Karen. They're so far beyond any normal human being. They've got double the annoying juice, double the annoying chromosomes, triple the cringe, 40% more bitch, you know? What can I say? Darwinism, man.
Why don't you go back to where you were?
Why don't you
Need to
go
evolve
tear a
from?
monument down or something, you know?
You must be the one who's... Are you burning crosses? Are you burning crosses?
People are f***ing idiots, man.
No, you're the idiot.
Yeah, but you're the ones playing your life on a freaking computer You have no life. So this is what your life is?
Dude, I'm out doing my shopping.
Unbelievable.
Good luck with the virus. Your whole family tree is getting cut off at its roots.
Jesus Christ, lady, calm down. Like, your whole family tree is getting cut off at its roots? Dude, my guy is trying to shop, and you're saying his family is going to die. Do you not see a problem with that? And you can tell him to wear a mask, that's totally fine, but then after that, go on your way. Like, you don't need to be an insufferable Karen just to deliver a simple message and start recording him with your pal at the side there. Like, somehow you've come off worse here, and that really shows a lot. Alright, moving on to Alinity. So recently, Alinity had a breakdown on stream. She cried about internet hate and talked about her dark thoughts and stuff. I talked about it in my previous videos, so if you want to see me reacting to those clips, you can watch those. But because of her crying on stream, she got to go on an interview with Dr. K. So Dr. K usually interviews these popular streamers. He's like a therapist, but on Twitch. So he doesn't really know anything about Alinity because he doesn't really pay attention to these dramas. But Alinity pretty much controlled the narrative this entire interview, and she lied about all of her controversies, and it's really just frustrating to watch.
I was playing ranked in a game and my cat jumps on my desk and I go like, oh my god, and I try to put him up here but he falls. And so that's when the whole animal abuse thing started.
We can do an instant replay. You literally throw your cat over your head. There's no gentle placing behind your head. You literally grab it and dash it with a significant amount of force to make it actually go over your chair.
Milo!
So, as you can see, guys, she gently picks up the cat and places it on top of her chair. I'm gonna lose it, dude. Jesus Christ, you're lying out of your teeth, and you wonder why you keep getting hate. Because you constantly keep lying and dodging responsibility. How can you possibly describe you throwing your cat as gently placing it on the top of your seat? You did the exact same thing when PewDiePie called you out. You said, can we copy strike PewDiePie? That was your statement. And then when PewDiePie called you out for it, you said your company did it without telling you. So after this, she talks about the clip where she fed her cat vodka, and her description is so disingenuous. Jesus Christ.
People started taking videos of every single time I had interacted with my pets in years. And then they found a clip where I was drinking vodka and I took a sip of vodka and then my cat licked my lips because I used to do this really gross thing where I would bird feed my cat, which is disgusting. Anyway, so I'm drinking vodka and she was able to lick some of my lips.
Guys, you don't understand. The cat just licked my lips, man. I was just sitting there minding my own business, having some vodka, and then my cat jumped on me, actually pinned me down, and, you know, drank the vodka from my lips. I honestly couldn't do anything. I feel violated. Alinity, I give you a 10 out of 10 on the liar scale.
You call it a vodka kiss.
Vodka kiss.
And then you actively went over and tried to kiss your cat.
See? It is vodka.
And then we have another clip pretty much highlighting Alinity's massive privilege. This shit is genuinely ridiculous, but there's a lot more that I skipped, so I highly recommend checking out Kavos' full video.
Literally having to wake up every single day and the first thing you do in the morning is clear hate Instagram comments. Like, that is my morning. Every single day.
Honestly, man, I have to get up every morning and scroll through YouTube comments, and sometimes, occasionally, once in a blue moon, one guy will make fun of me in the comments, call me gay, call me dumb, call me stupid, and oh, the horror, the absolute horror. I can't take it, man. It's too much. I cry. I need to go on stream and cry more, like Alinity. She's really teaching streamers how to handle hate, isn't she? Alinity, please get a goddamn grip. You are extremely privileged to be in the position you are, being a full-time streamer with money being thrown at you for doing very little. You have no idea what an actual normal life is like. Everybody has to actually work to get their bread. They have to toil for hours and hours at their dead-end jobs. They don't want to be there. They don't have a choice. They have to work at McDonald's for when they don't want to. And then you guys probably heard about PewDiePie roasting Tati. You probably heard me going nuts about this on Twitter because I was pretty excited. It was just so satisfying seeing someone with the same opinion as me, because a lot of the tea and drama channels, some of the viewers are so dumb. They got manipulated by Tati twice. How does that even happen? How does her video have 400,000 likes? Like, it does have a lot of dislikes as well, but 400,000 people believed her. That is ridiculous. And I don't know what crying does, but it's a goddamn superpower, and she uses it constantly. It's pissing off.
I just can't imagine uploading a video, saying words that comes from my mouth, and then blame it on someone else? Even if I heard someone tell me, it's still on me. What I say on my own channel, that's on me and no one else. You have to quit YouTube, Tati. This is so embarrassing.
But yeah, that's about it. Hope you guys did enjoy. Smash the like button if you did. Subscribe for new. Sub to Blue Knight. We're gonna make Pegasus the second channel. This channel is cringe. Blue Knight #1. And yeah, that would be very epic. Thank you all so much for watching. I always appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys next time. Follow me on Twitter. Thank you. Bye. Alright, welcome back everybody. Hope you're doing well. Maybe not after this, but today we're talking about the comment section, okay? About a month ago, I made a video saying 1% of you are stupid, because some of the comments I was reading were so incredibly dumb, it physically hurt me, right? More than some of the tweets I read for a video. So, you know, I can probably make these comments into a video. So, at this point, I'm bumping it up to 2% because, damn, some of you just don't shut up, and I guess I gotta make this video. Honestly, as the channel keeps growing more and more, some stupid people keep coming into the comment section, just constantly a stream of just moron juice just pouring out of you, huh? Some of you take the effort to tweet me the stupidest things as well, so instead of responding one by one to each of you and losing my brain cells each time, I've made this video, okay? Alright, let's get this started. So our first comment comes from a little frog who says, "Bro, this dude is a loser. I only go outside if I have to. I'm sub, but still." Okay, so I just gotta clear a couple of things up, alright? I can stay home how much ever I want, alright? That doesn't make me a loser. Making videos in my room all day, that might make me a loser. But, you know, that's just classic introvert behavior, staying home a lot, and, you know, extreme introvert, I guess. But honestly, what annoyed me was the last part, right? I'm sub, but still. I've seen this phrase so many times in the comment section, and I just don't understand. Like, are you not allowed to criticize me if you're sub? That just doesn't make any sense. And also, just because you're subbed doesn't mean I'm not gonna absolutely dunk on you in a video. If somebody says I'm subbed but still, just rinse them in the comment section because it means nothing. I don't care. Stop. Okay, unless I've like said, okay, subscribe or whatever, and you're like, oh, I'm subbed. But this is clearly like a defense, like, hey, I'm calling this guy a loser, but I'm subbed, guys, don't hurt me. Like, shut up, dude. Now, this next comment definitely takes the cake, alright? It's definitely one of the top 3 dumbest comments in my comment section, and is repeated so many times, but I'm choosing this person to pick on, okay? So, why can't you use Among Us gameplay? So, I use a lot of Fall Guys gameplay, right? That's, pretty much in half of my videos, and a lot of people are like, oh, Fall Guys is a dead game, why don't you use Among Us? Now listen, I don't know if you've ever played the game actually, but the gameplay is exponentially more boring than Fall Guys. Playing it is fun, talking is fun, but watching it, you know, just watching the gameplay without any noise, you see a static screen connecting wires or something, doing the most mundane tasks imaginable. Sometimes you're moving, okay? That's good gameplay. But then 90% of the time, it's a static screen in meetings. Did you forget about the meetings, you absolute meatball? What do you want me to do? Play for 6 hours and get 30 minutes of gameplay because 90% of the time you're looking at a static meeting screen? Also, I've said 1,500 times, I don't have friends. Where am I gonna get 10 people to play with? It's very rare when that happens. And you might be like, oh, just play public lobbies. Why? So I can encounter people stupider than you? Listen, from a purely gameplay perspective, Fall Guys just looks better, okay? It's got more colors, and it's way more chill, okay? I'm usually talking to one one friend I have in the background, and you know what people do in Among Us? In the background, you just stay silent. I don't like that. It's boring. I know there's proximity, blah, blah, blah. Among Us is great when you have 10 streamer friends, okay, who are willing to play and all know how to play the game. Whenever I play, it's with complete idiots, okay? In other scenarios, it all sucks, okay? The game is too easy. I don't enjoy it. Unironically, I like Fall Guys more. Okay, there, I said it, okay? I'm not using Among Us gameplay, you actual Dumbo. You're like one of those people who likes bowling. I love spending 99% of my time doing absolutely nothing and 1% of my time playing the game. It's not comparable to Among Us in that sense, but I get very little gameplay. I can play for an hour and I'll get like 10 minutes of gameplay because of the constant meetings. I swear to God, the gameplay comments have got to be the stupidest out of all of them because my God, I could make a video solely on how low IQ some of these comments are. I'm saving it for later, but yeah, not this time. Okay, so here we have people taking every word I say super seriously and then trying to like prove me wrong or something, just kind of being like know-it-alls or whatever. So my last video is a Mr. Beast video, right? And I was talking about how he opened like 300 restaurants or whatever, and I'm like, oh, nobody has ever even thought of this, right? And obviously I don't mean anybody has ever thought of this. I'm sure some dude has thought of it. It's hyperbole, right? So this person says, around 3:15, you mentioned that you don't believe anyone has ever thought of doing this. If by this you mean running things at a loss to grow your influence, you are thoroughly mistaken. Many Chinese companies run their manufacturing extremely cheap due to their forced labor and extremely low wages, and some go as far as running things at a loss in order to kill Western markets. Do I care? Why have you written this essay here about the Chinese? I don't care. I know people have thought about this. People have thoughts, okay? Obviously, Mr. Beast is not the first person who runs his business at a loss to grow his influence. That is, oh my god, it's hyperbole. I'm trying to say, oh damn, Mr. Beast is pretty awesome. It's not that I believe every single word I'm saying. Oh my god, just shut up, dude. Honestly, I'm not even gonna give you the light of day. I'm not reading this entire thing. I'm just gonna skip at the end. And it says, the Chinese are incredibly good at building their influence and doing it cheaply, especially through forced labor. Are you a fan, dude? What is going on here? Listen, I know a couple of you guys have got your book of facts or whatever, and you're itching to find something that whatever I say is like remotely wrong or whatever, but do you ever think that I actually know 99% of what I'm saying? Like, if I say that Mr. Beast is actually incredible, nobody has thought of opening 300 restaurants this quick. I'm sure some dude somewhere in the world has thought of it, dude. I'm not saying like he's this complete god, okay? When I call him a god, he's not actually a god, believe it or not. What I mean to say is that I'm exaggerating and I'm saying that, oh, he's doing something that not many people do, right? You don't need to write an essay about the Chinese to prove me wrong. Okay, now we've got more gameplay comments, right? This one's about a game called Cuphead, the game I'm currently using as background gameplay. You said you were at the dragon like 3 days ago? Now, this particular person didn't say anything else, but I did get tweeted calling me a liar and saying that I didn't beat the dragon, that I'm still on the blue ball boss. Now listen closely, because you clearly have the IQ of an ant skydiving into a volcano. Believe it or not, I don't play games only for 10 minutes a day. I don't switch on Cuphead, record for 10 minutes, and show you that gameplay on the spot every single day. I play for like an hour, then I show the gameplay bit by bit. I have almost completed Isle 2 or whatever, right? I'm 50% done with the game. I beat a bunch of bosses, right? But in the gameplay I'm showing you, I'm still on the first boss because I'm not gonna skip like 3 hours of gameplay or whatever. A lot of people have this kind of warped reality where I only exist for 10 minutes a day, and like other than that I don't do anything else. Like just 10 minutes a day he's on the internet, otherwise he just doesn't exist. And not only that, like the comments I get for this game in particular are so stupid. They're like, why do you show us you dying? Show me you beating the boss. You're so bad. First off, I don't look up tutorials and walkthroughs like you, okay?